Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here to talk about 5 stocks that you need to buy right now, not yesterday, not tomorrow. Right now, you should buy these stocks as soon as you can. There's not a lot of time to load up on these stocks before I think the market is going to move a lot in the upward direction. So yeah, without further ado, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to like it and also subscribe to the channel. We have finally hit 150 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. And we're on the road to 200 now. So be sure to subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Really appreciate it. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So as you can see, great day in the portfolio again today. Started off, before pre-market, it was looking kind of bad. We were down $200. End of the day here now, aftermarket, we're up over $500, around 2% on the day. And we could see past month, this is just adding on to the great gains that we've been having. Great month in the stock market, up 20%. Past 3 months, we're up over 50%. Great time in the stock market right now for me. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into these first stocks. So the first stock that you guys need to buy right now is Cake. Cake has been on a tear. I haven't covered this stock because they've just been going up so much. I mean, look at this. It's literally it's linear almost. The way Cake stock is moving. That's a month. This is 3 months. This is a year. I mean, Cake is moving very well, and this is all for a stock that does give a 1.7. It's not nothing percent dividend. And we can also see that their PE ratio. So the PE ratio on this one is very cheap. It was even cheaper. It was, I think it was 14 when I bought the stock, which is crazy to think about. But now it's 20. Market cap around 3 billion. This is a rather small company, but I mean, it's not that small. You guys know Cheesecake Factory. But the thing about Cheesecake Factory is their concepts. So they have the Cheesecake Factory, North Italia, other FRC, and other. I don't know what that wording is, but they do have more restaurants that aren't just the Cheesecake Factory, and that's where I think the money is in this stock. I mean, I think Cheesecake Factory will continue to make money as a company and as a restaurant itself, but they also have a North Italia restaurant that is actually growing very well, across the US. I don't know if you watching this have heard about North Italia or not. I wouldn't be surprised if you have. But that one is actually growing very well in the US, and that's, it's owned by Cheesecake Factory. All the benefits that come from that are coming to the Cheesecake Factory stock. I think it is a little misleading that this, stock is just called Cheesecake Factory. I think they should change it to, more of just a blanket name that kind of encompasses all the food concepts they have. Because I like what this company is doing. A lot of fast food companies, or I mean, this isn't fast food, but sit down restaurant or just fast food companies have a stock just for their company. Like, for example, Wingstop has their stock. Texas Roadhouse has their stock, Chipotle. A lot of these companies just have their stock for their company, their one company. And I think Cheesecake Factory was going to do that, but now they've opened a lot of other, food places. So I think they need to change it. That would, it kind of gives it a bad look just being called this. But there's the Flower Child, which is like kind of like Chipotle a little bit, but I believe in that one a lot. Very cheap to build those. People like them a lot. They're expanding pretty quickly. I like what I'm seeing for Cheesecake Factory over the next, couple years, 3 to 7 years. And I think people are, kind of liking it right now too. I think people are just kind of finding out, about what Cheesecake Factory actually has in store. They've been beating earnings very, very consistently. But yeah, I think people are really just finding out now about Cheesecake Factory and what they're going to be able to do. Because, I mean, you can see this company's bad they actually are this is the highest the company's ever been worth. So that's very good. Let's go Cheesecake Factory. I mean, yeah, this now is a good time to buy, I think, before, it is even more expensive. I don't see this one slowing down. And I mean, if it does slow down, dollar cost average down, because this is one that's going to go up. But that's the first stock out of 5 that we have. Second stock, made a lot of videos on this one, but still it remains a buy. $18 SoFi, not Celsius, my fault. SoFi, ticker symbol SOFI. This company is, very, very good. Made a lot of videos on it and why I believe in it. I think I have a very sound reasoning for why I believe in SoFi. And the main thing that I believe in for SoFi is them not having physical locations and their number of employees being very low. This is my main notion for investing in SoFi. they're growing very quickly. This is a $20 billion market cap company, and they have a P ratio of 41, almost 42. And, this is a company that obviously is very volatile. We can see up 60% in the past 3 months, and you can just see the movements along here. But I got in this company for a very cheap price, around right here, right when it started ramping up. Got pretty lucky at my entry point. And yeah, I definitely want some more of this company. I'm not satisfied with only 57 shares. I need some more. But yeah, I'm gonna start buying some more shares. But there's a lot of sound backing on why this company is set up to succeed. I mean, they don't have any physical locations, so they don't have to pay lease. They don't have to pay for employees running those locations, which are quite frankly unnecessary in this day and age. Even people in my generation, the younger generation, Gen Z, millennials, Gen Alpha even, they don't want to go in person. They don't want to go to the bank tellers in person. They'd rather do everything off of their phone. So, this is pretty obvious why I think that this company is going to succeed in the future. I think that everything is set up very nicely for them, and their CEO, Anthony Noto, has done nothing but good for this company. And they're also very, very new. You can see that they actually IPO'd in 2020. So I think this really is just the beginning for this company. They haven't been on the stock market for 5 years, and they're moving like this. So yeah, I very much do believe in SoFi, and I think that they're going to take over in the banking game one day. I think it's very worth it to buy this company. The next company we're going to talk about that you need to get in right now is Nike. So if you don't get a Nike right now, it might be gone. This company is rising like it's nobody's business. We can see right here it's up 4%, almost 5% again today, as they just bounced almost 20% on, beating earnings. You can see they're up 25% in the past week. This company actually beat earnings very well. They went from $61 to $69, kept rising, 73, then from 73 all the way to where they are now at almost 77. This is a company I've been buying for a long time. They're around 10% of my portfolio, $2,000 market value. And I only see that going up. I very much also believe in Nike because of their CEO. I also believe in a lot too. Don't get me wrong. There's some CEOs that I don't, completely love. But I think Nike's CEO is amazing, and I think that they're giving a dividend of 2%. They're going to be able to grow the company from where it was at, and they're going to be able to duck and dodge these tariffs that people are worried about for the company, and they showed that in their recent earnings report or their earnings meeting. The guidance was showing that they're going to move to Taiwan instead of China to try to not pay the tariffs that they would need to pay if it was made in China. Maybe the labor is a little bit more expensive, but the tariffs are less, so it works out. I don't know. I believe in Nike. I think they're going to cut costs the right way. I don't think tariffs are as big of a concern as people make them out to be, at least for companies of this size that have the pull that they have. You can see that the PE for this company is 34 right now, which is very high for Nike. Not very high. Historically, this is around where Nike was. But, not even a week ago, the PE was around 20. Very low for Nike. So now it's kind of where it should be. I think this company is going to grow, way better than they have been. You can see that in the past 5 years, this company has been nothing but, losing money. It just jumped 25% right now. But you can see before it did that, it was down 40%. Now it's only down 17% in the past 5 years. But it was up 89%. I don't think that's going to be the highest price for Nike all time. I think that's a simple, but yet effective way to estimate if you're going to make money on this stock. I think you might make money on this stock. I think it's a pretty safe buy. Nike, as far as, they're very financially stable. They've been around for a good amount of time, founded in 1964. And yeah, Nike's a lot older than me. I think that Nike has a lot of potential, and I think that this is a pretty, as far as single stocks go, this is a pretty safe bet. The other stocks I talked about are a little bit, Cake's kind of a niche stock as far as, popularity goes. And then SoFi is a smaller company, but Nike, they're pretty stable. So I think Nike is a safer bet than both of those, but I think that it's also, has a chance for high returns, and I'd invest in it right now while, they're on this rise. The next stock I want to talk about is ELF. So I haven't made a video on ELF in a while, but I've been rewarded very well on ELF. We can see right here I'm up 76%, and this all happened very fast on ELF. But I went in big on ELF when they crashed on their earnings. I went in a lot. They went all the way down to $51. So I was making buys on ELF. I don't think I even got in when they were 51. Let me see. there's some stock lending payments, but I want to see my history of buying. So I was buying ELF, yeah, for actually a lot more than that, or I actually sold some ELF right there. But I was buying ELF for $64, $65. I was making pretty big buys when ELF was below 70. I was definitely taking advantage of ELF when it was below $70, but it dropped all the way to 50. If I would have gotten into 50, this might be up a little bit more, but you can't get greedy. You cannot get greedy. But I had ELF for an average cost of $73. I was happy with this, and as you can see now, it's about to be double that. It's at $130 with another good day today. And yeah, I mean, ELF's a company that I also believe in a lot. They only have 600 employees, a lot of fear on the tariff end for ELF as well. And my sentiment remains the same for this company. That's why I haven't sold any shares. I believe in this company very, very deeply in the long term. I think what they're doing in the makeup industry, and they're also getting into, the facial care industry, like the skin industry. I think that those two go very well hand in hand. If you get your makeup from ELF, you'll probably want to get your skincare from there too. So I do believe in this company a lot. They're relatively new and small as well. If we see right here, they've only been on the stock market since 2016, so not even 10 years as of now. And they've, this is a company that's grown a lot since their IPO, and they've been pretty volatile. I mean, you could see though, this company was worth $210 at one point. That's not perfectly accurate. We can see they're actually, oh no, it actually was 210, or yeah, 217. But I think ELF's going to reach 217 again. I don't see a problem with this company as the makeup space grows. I mean, it's something that a lot of girls use, even guys are using now. There's a lot of makeup. The industry, I think, is going to grow a lot over the next coming years, and ELF is very well positioned as a great player in this industry. So I wouldn't have a worry in investing in ELF. They've gone up a lot recently. That might deter you, but I think that right now is still a great time to get in. This is not going to be how much they're worth forever. So definitely like that one a lot too. And so now we have 1 stock Cake, 2 stock SoFi, 3 stock Nike, 4 stock ELF, 5 stock AMD. AMD, I was buying at this price in the beginning of AMD. I was buying around here. I think it was around the 120 range, I want to say. I can check. I haven't bought AMD in a while, sadly, but we can see. I bought my first AMD that I bought was for 137. So it is around where it was when I started buying this company. And I still believe in this company where it is right now. They're actually, they're a little bit above 137. They dropped today below it for a little bit. You could have gotten AMD for lower than I started buying it for. I didn't even get to buy AMD what did it drop to? It dropped to a crazy price. It was at $78. Oh my gosh. And then I think, AMD was at $78, 52-week low. Where is it? Yeah, it was at $76 for a little bit. I didn't get any AMD at $76. If you did, props to you. You're definitely feeling pretty good right now, and I'm very happy for you. But yeah, I didn't get AMD for that cheap. I still got it for very cheap in my opinion, $110. But this is by far my largest position in my portfolio. I have basically 64 shares of AMD. I believe in this company a lot. Another one where I'm familiar with the CEO and what she's done for this company. I mean, you can see right here, this stock was, $2 at one point, and it's been around 10 years, a little bit more than 10 years. The stock went from $2 to $140 where it is right now. And you could see it was a $192 stock not too long ago. So this is a company that I think, they've had a drop as of recent, but they're going to bounce back. They're very well positioned, and the sectors that they're investing their money in, that they're making money in, I mean, this is a company that's very, very well suited for the future. They have other investments that they're making, just not their, data center, that I think are going to make them a lot of money, like ZT Systems. I've talked about that in past videos, the company that they bought pretty recently, that I think, the industry is projected to grow a lot. ZT Systems is one of the leaders in that industry, and that pretty much goes hand in hand. But yeah, AMD is a company that I believe in a lot. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I have almost $9,000 in AMD, and I have a pretty safe cushion now of being up a decent amount, I think. So I'm happy. And yeah, those are the 5 stocks. But the market as a whole right now, I feel like it's very green, obviously. But even if we look at SPY right here, I've definitely done a little bit better than the ETF because of my ELF investment mainly, also AMD. But even in the past month, the SPY is up 5%. In the past 3 months, the SPY's up 12%. That's more than the SPY's usually up in a year. But you can see year to date, it's only up 5% because there was a pretty sizable drop right here. People were getting pretty nervous. It was down 15%. So if you got in, even in SPY right there, that's really good. You're up 20% year to date. But yeah, I mean, there's things are always going on in the market. There's always a lot of drama, but all you can do is dollar cost average down in companies you believe in. And it's very good to buy companies that you believe in when they're cheap, and they're cheap for a reason other than the fundamentals for the company. So all of these companies that I bought were cheap, not because of what the company was doing or the company was doing something wrong. It was because of things out of their control that, didn't even directly affect the company really. Like AMD was so cheap because the market as a whole was cheap, and AMD was already cheap, and it got cheaper than that for reasons, unbeknownst to AMD. And company like SoFi is a great example. This one was cheap for no reason. Nothing happened to SoFi. They didn't have a bad earnings. They didn't, nothing happened. It was just a very cheap company, and then it got even cheaper right here for no reason. SoFi didn't do anything wrong. The market just went down. That's fine. We're going to buy more SoFi, and now it is where it is. You almost double your money if you bought SoFi on that drop very quickly. So yeah, that's a little, video for you guys. I just wanted to show some stocks that I'm buying right now that it's the beginning of July. A little July list for stocks you need to get into. 5 stocks. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video and you are going to invest in some of these stocks, I'd appreciate it if you dropped a like and also subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. On the road to 200 subscribers. Also, comment down below what other kind of videos you guys want to see. I'm very open to anything. I'm down to, make any kind of analysis videos you guys want to see. And yeah, I appreciate you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.